Hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of The Sam Fury Show. This episode is a summary of the book The 4-Hour Body by Timothy Ferriss. The 4-Hour Body by Timothy Ferriss is a comprehensive guide to optimizing physical and mental performance through unconventional, efficient methods. Ferriss explores a wide range of topics, including fat loss, muscle gain, and enhanced well-being, using principles such as the minimum effective dose, MED, and data-driven self-experimentation. By challenging popular fitness myths and emphasizing scientifically grounded strategies, the book offers practical insights for achieving significant health and fitness improvements with minimal effort. Part 1. Fundamentals, first and foremost. Chapter 1. The minimum effective dose. From microwaves to fat loss. Arthur Jones, a precocious and influential figure in exercise science, developed the concept of the minimum effective dose, MED, to optimize results while minimizing effort and resources. Jones's approach emphasizes achieving the desired outcome with the smallest necessary input, whether in exercise, nutrition, or any goal-oriented activity. The actionable takeaway is the principle of MED. To maximize efficiency and avoid waste, identify and apply the minimum input required to trigger the desired effect. For instance, a brief, intense workout can be more effective than prolonged sessions, and this concept extends to various aspects of personal and professional life. Chapter 2. Rules that change the rules. Everything popular is wrong. The essence of this chapter is that significant physical transformation is possible through unconventional methods, prioritizing efficiency and scientific understanding over popular fitness myths. The author recounts a personal experiment resulting in substantial muscle gain and fat loss within 28 days, challenging the conventional wisdom that equates physical change solely with calorie balance. Documented by a reputable academic, the experiment shows that strategic minimal-time exercise can yield remarkable results. The chapter criticizes the simplistic calories in, calories out model, advocating for a deeper understanding of physiological responses to exercise and diet. Key takeaways include adopting the minimum effective dose, MED, for exercise, focusing on hormonal and metabolic efficiency rather than sheer caloric expenditure, and using mental models from diverse disciplines to optimize physical and cognitive performance. This approach encourages critical thinking and skepticism towards common fitness narratives, promoting scientifically grounded strategies for body recomposition and overall health improvement. Part 2. Ground Zero, Getting Started and Swarage. Chapter 3. The Harajuku Moment. The decision to become a complete human. This chapter illustrates the critical importance of a personal epiphany, termed the Harajuku Moment, in catalyzing transformative change and emphasizes the power of consistent tracking to achieve and maintain significant weight loss. Despite providing clear instructions to top tech CEOs, their failure to follow through underscores a universal truth. Change requires profound personal motivation and ongoing accountability. Chad Fowler's story exemplifies this, as his moment of self-realization in Tokyo spurred him to lose 70 pounds by shifting from passive wishing to intentional action. He leveraged data to create awareness and drive behavioral change, showing that even imprecise tracking can yield substantial results. Key takeaways include the necessity of a compelling personal motivation to initiate change, the value of consistent tracking to maintain awareness and drive progress, and the importance of simplifying the process to make it sustainable. Using basic data to guide actions can lead to significant and lasting physical transformation. Chapter 4. Elusive Body Fat. Where are you really? This chapter emphasizes the necessity of using accurate and consistent measurement tools to monitor fat loss and muscle gain, highlighting the pitfalls of relying solely on scales. The author narrates the story of a 65-year-old man, Subject X, who felt demoralized by his seemingly slow weight loss despite gaining significant muscle mass. This underscores the importance of understanding body composition changes beyond just weight. Subject X's progress reveals that substantial strength gains can mask fat loss on the scale, making it crucial to measure body fat percentage and muscle mass accurately. Key takeaways include using reliable tools such as DEXA, BOD-POD, or ultrasound to track body composition, maintaining consistent hydration if using bioimpedance devices, and adhering to a single measurement method for accurate tracking. This approach ensures a comprehensive understanding of one's physical progress, preventing unnecessary discouragement and optimizing fat loss and muscle gain efforts. Chapter 5. From Photos to Fear. Making Failure Impossible. Trevor's success in breaking the 200-pound barrier after years of gradual weight gain highlights the power of psychological and behavioral strategies in achieving long-term fitness goals. Starting with minimal physical capability, Trevor committed to a simple pact with a co-worker, paying $1 for each missed gym session, effectively maintaining consistent exercise habits. Key takeaways from his journey include the importance of creating accountability through social agreements, tracking progress to maintain motivation, and understanding the power of small, consistent actions over time. The chapter underscores the broader principle that sustainable change often hinges on making behaviors conscious, turning them into competitive games, leveraging the fear of loss, and focusing on small, achievable steps. By incorporating these principles, individuals can better navigate the challenges of weight loss and fitness, ultimately leading to significant and lasting results. Part 3. Subtracting Fat, the Basics. Chapter 6. The Slow Carb Diet. 1. How to lose 20 pounds in 30 days without exercise. This chapter reveals how strategic indulgent eating can contribute to effective fat loss and muscle gain, emphasizing simplicity and adherence through the slow-carb diet. Trevor's journey to sub-200 pounds through a text message eating contest highlights the psychological impact of competitive motivation. The slow-carb diet is structured around 5 straightforward rules: avoiding white carbohydrates, eating the same few meals repeatedly, not drinking calories, avoiding fruit, and taking 1 day off per week to eat freely. This method fosters sustainability by allowing periodic indulgence, which paradoxically supports metabolic function and fat loss. Key takeaways include adhering to a diet rich in proteins, legumes, and vegetables, following simple meal patterns consistently, avoiding high-calorie beverages and fruit, and incorporating a designated cheat day to prevent dietary monotony and metabolic slowdown. This approach leverages behavioral psychology to maintain discipline and achieve significant body composition changes. Chapter 7. The Slow Carb Diet 2. The Finer Points and Common Questions. The essence of this chapter is providing practical advice for overcoming common challenges and mistakes in the slow-carb diet to achieve sustained fat loss. Initially, change only breakfast to see results before committing fully to the diet. Use potassium, magnesium, and calcium supplements to counteract electrolyte loss due to water loss. Combat meal boredom with different seasonings or sauces and manage cravings by deferring them to cheat days. Focus on straightforward meal plans without overcomplicating with excessive variety. Maintain hydration on cheat days to prevent weight fluctuations and avoid discouragement from temporary gains. Use circumference measurements instead of solely relying on weight for a more accurate reflection of fat loss. By addressing these practical aspects, the chapter aims to make the slow-carb diet more manageable and sustainable for long-term success. Chapter 8. Damage Control. Preventing Fat Gain. When you binge. This chapter describes the author's experimental approach to debunking the calories in, calories out model by binge eating over 6,000 calories in 12 hours and employing specific strategies to minimize fat gain. Start with a high-protein and fiber breakfast to reduce appetite and stabilize blood sugar. Consuming small amounts of fructose, like grapefruit juice, before meals can blunt blood sugar spikes. Use supplements like AGG and PAG to enhance insulin sensitivity and manage glucose better. Drinking citric juices also helps. Increase gastric emptying speed with caffeine and yerba mate tea to ensure less food is absorbed. Engage in brief muscular contractions before and after meals to direct glucose to muscle cells instead of fat storage. Chapter 9. The 4 Horsemen of Fat Loss. PAG. This chapter explores the development of the PAG supplement stack as a safer alternative to stimulant-based fat loss methods enhanced by the addition of garlic extract. The PAG stack consists of polycosanol, alpha-lipoic acid, green tea flavonols, and garlic extract, aiming to achieve fat loss without the harmful side effects of stimulants. Polycosanol, taken before bed, helps reduce body fat and improve cholesterol levels. Alpha-lipoic acid enhances glucose uptake into muscles, preventing fat storage. Green tea flavonols, particularly EGCG, promote fat cell apoptosis and direct glucose to muscles for both immediate and long-term fat loss benefits. Garlic extract, specifically allicin and S-allylcysteine, supports sustained fat loss and overall health. The recommended dosing schedule involves taking AGG before meals and PAG before bed, 6 days a week, with periodic breaks to maintain effectiveness and safety. The chapter also advises using B-complex vitamins to complement PAG and cautions against using PAG during pregnancy, breastfeeding, or alongside certain medications without medical consultation. Part 4. Advanced. Chapter 10. Ice Age. Mastering temperature to manipulate weight. This chapter details how Ray Cronese, a former NASA scientist, discovered the significant impact of cold exposure on accelerating fat loss by considering thermal load as a crucial factor in caloric expenditure. The key takeaways include incorporating cold exposure into daily routines to significantly increase fat burning. Practical methods involve using ice packs on the upper back, drinking cold water upon waking, and taking cold showers and cold baths to induce shivering. These activities stimulate brown adipose tissue, BAT, to burn fat and glucose as heat, leveraging the body's natural thermogenic processes. Additionally, cold exposure can increase adiponectin levels, which enhances glucose uptake by muscle tissue and may offer benefits like improved immunity and depression relief. Chapter 11. The Glucose Switch. Beautiful number 100. This chapter chronicles the author's meticulous self-experimentation with glucose monitoring and dietary adjustments to optimize fat loss and muscle gain. It highlights the intricate relationship between diet, glucose levels, and metabolic response. The timing of nutrient absorption is crucial for effective energy use, with food typically impacting blood glucose levels 1.5 to 2.5 hours post-consumption. Incorporating good fats early in meals can blunt glucose spikes. Consuming small amounts of fructose, such as lemon juice, can lower glycemic responses without hindering fat loss. Cinnamon, particularly fresh and specific types like Saigon, is effective in reducing glucose levels when added to meals. Eating slowly, chewing thoroughly, and spacing meals can significantly modulate blood glucose peaks, aiding in sustained fat loss. These insights underscore the importance of personalized dietary strategies and careful monitoring to achieve optimal metabolic health and body composition. Chapter 12. The Last Mile. Losing the final 5-10 pounds. The chapter delves into achieving extreme physical conditioning through both drug-free and drug-assisted methods, highlighting the stringent dietary and training protocols required for bodybuilders to attain sub-10% body fat, and emphasizing the role of anabolic steroids in reaching less than 4% body fat. Key takeaways include the importance of a disciplined diet and consistent meal timing. Eating protein every 3 hours while awake and ensuring meals are consumed within an hour of waking and before bed are crucial. The dietary plan involves specific protein portions adjusted to body weight and includes allowances for unlimited vegetables like spinach and broccoli. For those considering drug-assisted methods, the chapter outlines a rigorous and potentially dangerous pre-competition drug regimen designed to achieve the lowest body fat percentages. It stresses the necessity of medical supervision due to the serious side effects associated with anabolic steroids. The chapter also highlights the broader therapeutic applications of anabolic steroids for medical conditions. It advocates for a nuanced understanding of their use, emphasizing that responsible, medically supervised use can differ significantly from abuse. Part 4. Adding muscle. Chapter 13. Building the perfect posterior, or losing 100 plus pounds. This chapter reveals the transformative power of the kettlebell swing in building a strong posterior chain, achieving a fit and aesthetically pleasing physique, and losing significant fat efficiently. Tracy Rifkin's inspiring weight loss journey highlights the effectiveness of the kettlebell swing, allowing her to shed over 100 pounds with minimal workout time, focusing on brief, high-intensity sessions twice a week. The kettlebell swing is a comprehensive exercise that targets the posterior chain, leading to improved muscle tone and fat loss. By implementing a high-protein diet and a simple exercise routine centered around the kettlebell swing, anyone can achieve significant physical changes. The narrative also emphasizes the importance of consistency, discipline, and the psychological benefits of setting realistic expectations for weight loss and fitness goals. Additionally, the chapter provides practical advice on performing kettlebell swings correctly to ensure maximum benefit with minimal risk of injury. Chapter 14. 6-minute abs. 2 exercises that actually work. This chapter describes the journey to achieving visible six-pack abs through unconventional exercises and dietary adjustments. The author, frustrated by years of ineffective AB exercises, discovered that focusing on a full range of motion and the often overlooked transverse abdominis was the key to success. The myotatic crunch and the cat vomit exercise became the foundation of his minimalist AB workout, yielding noticeable results in just 3 weeks. This routine, performed twice a week, emphasizes fully engaging and stretching the abdominal muscles rather than relying on traditional crunches. Additionally, maintaining a low body fat percentage through a sustainable diet like the slow-carb diet is crucial for revealing defined abs. The chapter underscores that visible abs are more about strategic exercises and diet than about high-volume traditional workouts. Chapter 15. From Greek to Freak. How to gain 34 pounds in 28 days. The chapter details John's success in increasing his bicep size by 3/4 inch in 6 weeks through progressive reduction, contradicting the traditional high-frequency training model. The key principles include performing exercises to failure with a 5/5 cadence, focusing on a limited number of exercises, and allowing adequate recovery time. Supplementation and dietary adjustments also played crucial roles in supporting these gains. This approach demonstrates that even individuals without genetic advantages can achieve significant muscle growth by optimizing training variables and nutrition. Chapter 16. Occam's Protocol, Ein. A minimalist approach to mass. In this chapter, the author details Neil Strauss's transformation journey, illustrating how a minimalist, systematic approach to muscle building can lead to significant results even for those who have previously struggled with weight gain. The key takeaways from this chapter include the importance of following a simplified, focused workout routine and the necessity of consistent, substantial caloric intake to support muscle growth. Additionally, it highlights the psychological aspect of pushing through initial discomfort to achieve significant physical changes. Chapter 17. Occam's Protocol 2. The Finer Points. This chapter addresses common questions and criticisms related to muscle-building protocols, emphasizing the sufficiency of low-frequency, high-intensity workouts and the importance of proper recovery and nutrition for optimal results. The author argues that working out once a week can be sufficient for muscle growth since muscle tissue heals slower than other body tissues, necessitating longer recovery periods. Starting weights for exercises should be determined through trial and error, using a specific cadence and set-to-failure method. To sustain progress, it is crucial to progressively add weight and ensure adequate caloric intake, with the recommendation to eat as if it's a job. Missing a workout or not reaching target repetitions should be addressed by increasing rest days rather than altering the protocol. Cardiovascular exercise isn't necessary for those following this program, as the anaerobic training provides sufficient aerobic benefits. Advanced techniques such as drop sets or extending failure are discouraged to maintain control over variables. The chapter concludes that specific goals dictate the best program, and that minimalism and consistency in training and diet are key to significant muscle gain. Part 5. Improving Sex. Chapter 18. The 15-Minute Female Orgasm. Part 1. This chapter recounts the author's exploration of female orgasm from a serendipitous conversation about sexual techniques to a dedicated quest for practical methods, leading to significant insights and successful application. The author learns that female orgasm often requires a woman to be comfortable with self-stimulation and suggests slight positional adjustments during intercourse to increase pleasure. Key takeaways include the importance of a woman's familiarity with her own body, the need for open communication and comfort, and specific techniques for enhancing sexual experiences through minor adjustments in angle and pressure during intercourse. Chapter 19. The 15-Minute Female Orgasm. Part 2. This chapter humorously explores the common missteps men make in pleasuring women and provides detailed techniques for achieving female orgasm, emphasizing the importance of understanding the clitoris and adopting a mindful, goal-less approach. Key takeaways include recognizing the complexity and importance of the clitoris in female sexual pleasure and the necessity of adopting specific, gentle techniques that focus on the upper left quadrant of the clitoris. The chapter underscores that successful sexual experiences for women often require a combination of precise physical techniques and a psychological environment free from pressure or goals. Practical steps involve learning the doing method, practicing with a focus on light touch and precise positioning, and understanding that successful female orgasm often involves both physical and emotional comfort. It should be viewed as a practice rather than a goal-oriented activity. The overall message is to approach female pleasure with patience, mindfulness, and a willingness to learn and adapt. Chapter 20. Sex Machina. In this chapter, the author recounts his remarkable experience of accelerated healing and heightened sexual attraction, attributing these phenomena to dietary and hormonal adjustments. The primary takeaways include the significant impact of diet, particularly the consumption of grass-fed beef and cholesterol-rich foods, on testosterone levels and sexual attractiveness. The author details 2 protocols. One for long-term maintenance involving vitamin D3, fermented cod liver oil, butterfat, and cold exposure, and another for short-term boosts incorporating high cholesterol intake and nuts. The narrative emphasizes understanding and manipulating hormonal health through natural means rather than relying on external testosterone. The chapter also suggests that factors like sex hormone-binding globulin, SHBG, can affect the effectiveness of testosterone, and managing these elements can lead to improved libido and physical resilience. The overarching message is that targeted nutritional and lifestyle interventions can significantly enhance both physical performance and attractiveness. Chapter 21. Happy Endings and Doubling Sperm Count. This chapter addresses the alarming decline in male fertility, attributing it to environmental factors and modern lifestyle choices, while exploring practical steps to mitigate the issue. The chapter suggests practical measures to improve sperm health, such as avoiding prolonged exposure of cell phones near the groin and incorporating cold treatments and selenium supplements. The author's experiment of keeping the cell phone away from the testicles resulted in a significant increase in motile sperm count, demonstrating a clear connection between reduced exposure to electromagnetic radiation and improved fertility. The narrative underscores the importance of proactive measures in preserving male reproductive health amidst modern environmental challenges. Part 5. Perfecting Sleep. Chapter 22. Engineering the Perfect Night's Sleep. This chapter delves into the author's battle with chronic insomnia and offers actionable insights for better sleep. The author suggests maintaining a bedroom temperature between 67 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit and eating a fat and protein-rich meal within 3 hours of bedtime. Using a blue light device like the Philips Go light in the morning can help regulate sleep patterns. Incorporating ISO lateral resistance training can tire the nervous system, and taking a cold bath an hour before sleep signals the body for rest. Improving air quality with a humidifier is also recommended. Establishing a consistent pre-sleep routine, such as using the nightwave pulsing light and adopting specific sleeping positions, can significantly reduce the time it takes to fall asleep and improve overall sleep quality. These practical measures, tested by the author, offer valuable solutions for those seeking to conquer insomnia and enjoy restorative sleep. Chapter 20. 3. Becoming Uberman. Sleeping less with polyphasic sleep. This chapter explores polyphasic sleep, a method of breaking sleep into multiple segments to reduce overall sleep time while maintaining productivity and restfulness. Polyphasic sleep increases REM sleep by dividing sleep into several short naps throughout the day instead of one long period at night. This approach benefits those needing more waking hours, such as new parents or those with flexible schedules. The siesta method involves one nap and a longer sleep period, while the Uberman method consists of 6 20-minute naps, totaling just 2 hours of sleep. Success with polyphasic sleep requires strict adherence to the nap schedule, avoiding oversleeping and enduring the challenging initial adjustment phase, which leads to increased alertness and efficiency. Practical tools like reliable alarm clocks and online resources can support those adopting this unconventional sleep pattern. Part 6. Reversing Injuries. Chapter 24. Reversing Permanent Injuries. This chapter explores the author's experimentation with advanced medical treatments to reverse lifelong injuries and physical damage quickly, discovering both the risks and benefits of cutting-edge therapies. The author uses treatments like platelet-rich plasma injections and prolotherapy, commonly used by elite athletes despite their high costs and risks. Through personal trials, the author finds that a combination of movement, correction, manual manipulation, medication, and surgical repair are effective strategies. Key takeaways include the importance of choosing the right practitioner to avoid adverse effects, understanding that not all advanced treatments guarantee success, and recognizing the potential of methods like the ego-skew postural therapy and biopuncture for significant and lasting relief. By documenting both successes and failures, the author provides valuable insights for others seeking similar regenerative treatments without the financial and physical risks involved. Chapter 25. How to Pay for a Beach Vacation with One Hospital Visit. The author describes how a trip to Nicaragua for surfing and writing turned into a cost-saving adventure for comprehensive medical checkups. By leveraging lower medical costs abroad, he significantly offset the trip expenses, making it nearly free. The narrative contrasts the friendly, efficient medical service in Nicaragua with the often frustrating bureaucratic healthcare experience in the United States. The key takeaway is the potential for combining travel with necessary medical procedures, saving significant money while enjoying a vacation. This approach makes exotic trips affordable and incentivizes timely health checkups, offering a practical option for those seeking both adventure and health management. Chapter 26. Prehab. Injury-proofing the body. Incorporate injury prevention exercises known as prehab into your training. This small step prevents injuries and boosts overall training effectiveness. Use Gray Cook's Functional Movement Screen, FMS, to identify and fix imbalances. Key exercises to include chop and lift, Turkish get-up, two-arm single-leg deadlift, cross-body one-arm single-leg deadlift. Follow a structured schedule to integrate these exercises. Ensure proper coordination and strength without losing stability. Prioritize prehab exercises to build a stable, injury-resistant foundation for safer and more effective training progress. Part 7. Running faster and farther. Chapter 27. Hacking the NFL Combine. Preliminaries. Jumping higher. Unconventional training techniques can significantly improve athletic performance. Joe DeFranco's methods for the NFL Combine show that adjusting technique and targeted exercises enhance vertical jump and sprint times. Refining shoulder drive and squat stance in jumps, along with addressing tight hip flexors for better leg extension, can lead to substantial gains. DeFranco's approach emphasizes the importance of personalized, evidence-based training strategies. Small biomechanical tweaks and focusing on individual weaknesses can make a big difference. A tailored regimen using the most effective tools, regardless of popularity, is essential for optimal results. Chapter 28. Hacking the NFL. Combine 2. Running faster. Joe DeFranco shared insights over breakfast that led to a significant improvement in a 40-yard dash time. The chapter emphasizes the importance of expert coaching and biomechanical corrections in athletic performance. Key takeaways include correcting sprint start positions, such as hand and foot placement and arm movement, to enhance sprint times. Focused training on short distances like 10-yard dashes helps perfect the start and acceleration phases. Prehab exercises for hamstrings are crucial to prevent injuries and improve efficiency. Following these tips and methods can lead to measurable improvements in sprint performance. Chapter 29. Ultra Endurance. Going from 5K to 50K in 12 weeks, Phase 1. This chapter focuses on actionable steps for improving physical performance in endurance and strength activities. Experts recommend using high-intensity interval training, such as 400-meter repeats, instead of traditional long-distance running. This method builds endurance effectively, saves time, and reduces injury risk. Proper running biomechanics are crucial. Maintain a high step rate of at least 180 steps per minute, lean forward from the pelvis, and minimize arm movement to improve efficiency and avoid injuries. A comprehensive approach to training is necessary. Strengthen ligaments and tendons, improve hip flexor and quad flexibility, and focus on glute activation and foot-ankle strength. Avoid over-relying on any single training method. Gradually personalize your approach to prevent injuries and maximize benefits. Chapter 30. Ultra Endurance 2. Going from 5K to 50K in 12 weeks, Phase 2. This chapter outlines a 12-week science-based training program to transition from a 5K to a 50K ultramarathon. Key steps include understanding the body's energy sources. Glycogen stores are limited and deplete quickly, causing bonking. Fat stores provide a nearly endless supply if the body stays aerobic. Brian McKenzie's training emphasizes strength training to improve the sodium-potassium pump, reducing muscle soreness and enhancing recovery. The program focuses on maintaining aerobic capacity at higher speeds with high-intensity interval training, CrossFit, and time trials, rather than traditional long-distance runs. This method improves endurance and reduces total running mileage. Follow the workout structure and monitor recovery to avoid overtraining and ensure steady progress. Part 8. Getting Stronger. Chapter 31. Effortless Superhuman. Breaking World Records with Barry Ross. This chapter focuses on efficient strength training techniques for rapid improvement, inspired by experts like Pavel Tsatsouline and Barry Ross. Strength is a skill that can be quickly developed through precise, high-intensity training. Key exercises include the deadlift, with sets lasting less than 10 seconds to boost strength without significant weight gain. Combine heavy lifting with dynamic stretching. Avoiding eccentric muscle actions helps prevent injury. Lifting heavy but not to failure and combining it with plyometric exercises enhances strength and speed. Chapter 32. Eating the Elephant. How to add 100 pounds to your bench press. This chapter details how to add 100 pounds to your bench press in 6 months through strategic periodization, consistent training, and muscle mass increase. A meticulously planned periodization strategy is crucial. Outline specific poundages, reps, and sets for a 12-week cycle. Consistency is key. Do not miss workouts. Increasing lean muscle mass is essential. The program includes varying grips, competitive, wide, and narrow, and focuses on progressive overload. After the initial cycle, switch to dumbbell presses to recover and recalibrate before returning to barbell bench pressing. This phased approach, combined with proper technique and disciplined training, aims to achieve the goal of a 100-pound bench press increase. Part 9. From Swinging to Swimming. Chapter 33. How I Learned to Swim Effortlessly in 10 Days. This chapter explains the author's transformation from a novice to a proficient long-distance swimmer using the total immersion (TI) technique. Key takeaways include adopting TI principles to reduce drag and effort by focusing on body positioning and streamlining instead of intense kicking. Maintaining a horizontal body position and looking straight down in the water reduces resistance. Proper breathing techniques and efficient arm movements extend stroke length and conserve energy. Using the right gear, like streamlined swimwear and quality goggles, enhances the swimming experience. Viewing swimming as a skill to be mastered through consistent practice rather than just a workout helps overcome fear and develop proficiency. Chapter 34. The Architecture of Babe Ruth. This chapter describes how learning baseball hitting techniques from Jaime Cevallos significantly improved the author's hitting performance. Cevallos, an unconventional baseball coach, uses biomechanical principles to enhance hitting. Key takeaways include maintaining optimal shoulder and hip torque, angle S, achieving the proper slot position with the back elbow dropping to the side, and refining the impact position with specific arm and wrist angles to maximize power and consistency. Targeted drills, like hitting an impact bag, can greatly enhance a hitter's performance. Chapter 35. How to Hold Your Breath. Longer than Houdini. David Blaine's journey from a childhood fascination with magic to becoming an endurance artist highlights his relentless pursuit of physical and mental limits, leading to feats like holding his breath for over 17 minutes. Key takeaways from Blaine's training include the importance of disciplined breathing techniques such as deep breathing, purging, and semi-purging to optimize oxygen use and extend breath holding. Regular practice and conditioning are crucial, with significant improvements seen in trainees. Distraction techniques like visualizing friends' names help maintain focus and calm during breath-holding exercises. Supervision is critical for safety, ensuring protection against potential risks. Fasting for a few hours before practice and reducing body mass can enhance performance by improving the lung-to-body volume ratio. Part 10. On Longer and Better Life. Chapter 36. Living Forever. Vaccines, bleeding, and other fun. This chapter discusses how to balance life extension with quality of life, using two rhesus monkeys as examples. One monkey follows a strict caloric restriction, living longer, while the other enjoys a more indulgent lifestyle. The key point is that life quality should not be sacrificed for longevity. Instead, a moderate approach can be adopted with scientifically backed methods. These include intermittent fasting, creatine supplementation, and regular blood donation. These methods can provide health benefits without compromising life quality. The goal is to balance living longer with enjoying life and maintaining well-being. Happiness and satisfaction are just as important as longevity. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of The Sam Fury Show. If you found this episode useful, let me know with a like, follow, and share. Also, if you haven't already, be sure to visit samfury.com and join my free newsletter. As a subscriber, you'll receive no more than one email a week containing a roundup of my latest posts, as well as exclusive content which is only for my mailing list. It's completely free to join at samfury.com.